In the middle of Florida's Bay Lake, hidden away from the bustling crowds of Walt Disney World, lies a place that time and Disney seems to have forgotten: Discovery Island. Once a thriving wildlife attraction and a testament to Disney's ambition to bring nature and entertainment together, Discovery Island now sits abandoned, shrouded in mystery, decay, and the whispers of urban legends. This is the story of how one of Disney's most unique ventures rose to prominence, why it ultimately failed, and what its legacy tells us about the theme park industry. Through this exploration, we'll dive into the origins of Discovery Island, look at its heyday, its decline, and the eerie aftermath that continues to fascinate Disney fans and urban explorers alike. In 1974, long before Disney's Animal Kingdom became the go-to destination for animal lovers at Walt Disney World, the company opened a small wildlife sanctuary known as Treasure Island. Disney originally planned to add a pirate theme to the island and call it Blackbeard's Island, but that name was discarded and was eventually changed to Treasure Island. A few months before opening, plans to add a wide variety of tropical birds to the island emerged, thereby putting the pirate theme on hold. In order to accommodate the more than 600 feathered wrens that were going to take up residence here, more than 50,000 cubic yards of soil and 500,000 tons of boulders were brought onto the island, increasing the size of the island to almost 11.5 acres, as well as a variety of flowers and trees from all around the world. New man-made bodies of water were created, and the once flat, scrub bush-filled island was transformed into a tropical paradise. However, a few remnants of the pirate theme remained, most notably a reproduced wreck of a ship on the island's southern shore. Originally conceived as an adventurous getaway, Treasure Island was a bold experiment for Disney. It offered guests the opportunity to explore lush gardens, encounter exotic animals, and immerse themselves in a serene natural environment. A stark contrast to the high-energy thrills of the Magic Kingdom, its remote location, accessible only by boat, added an air of exclusivity and adventure. There's actually a Disney legend which claims that this very island was the closing factor for Walt deciding on the location for his new venture. The story goes that as Walt Disney was flying over the land, it was the sight of this island in the middle of Bay Lake that convinced him that this was the ideal place to build. The island itself has a history that predates Walt Disney World by many decades. From the early 1900s, it was known as Raz Island, named after the family that lived there. In the late 1930s, it was purchased for $800 by a man named Delmar Nicholson, who renamed the island Idle Bay Isle, and lived there for 20 years with his wife and pet crane. It was later purchased, renamed Raz Island, and used as a hunting retreat long before being bought by Disney under a fake name in 1965. In 1978, Treasure Island was rebranded as Discovery Island. The new name highlighted the island's focus on wildlife conservation and education. Discovery Island housed over 130 species of birds, reptiles, and mammals, including rare animals like the Galapagos tortoise and scarlet ibis. The island featured a 40-foot tall, 320 by 102-foot walk-through aviary, bird shows, a flamingo pool, and Turtle Beach. The Thirsty Perch snack bar was constructed, and it even had the Jose Carioca Flyers bird show, which was performed in the Cuckoo Cabana. There were also bird demonstrations, as well as a scavenger hunt, which was available to guests as they arrived on the island. The 20-question hunt had clues with answers that could be found on signs throughout the island. Successfully answering all of the questions entitled the guest to a Jiminy Cricket Environmentality Earth Day button. Discovery Island wasn't just a theme park attraction. It was an early attempt at ecotourism, a concept still in its infancy in the 1970s. Disney's conservation efforts on the island were recognized in 1981 when it was made an accredited zoological park by the American Association of Zoological Parks and Aquariums. Part of Discovery Island's charm was its meticulous attention to detail. The landscaping was lush and immersive, designed to feel like a faraway tropical paradise. Animal habitats were carefully crafted to simulate the natural environments of their inhabitants, showcasing Disney's legendary commitment to storytelling through design. For families and nature enthusiasts, Discovery Island offered a unique blend of education and enchantment. Despite its initial success, Discovery Island faced numerous challenges that ultimately led to its closure on April 8, 1999, exactly 25 years after its opening. By July 9th, all of its animals had been relocated to Animal Kingdom and other zoos. years. One of the most significant blows to Discovery Island came in 1998, with the opening of Disney's Animal Kingdom, a sprawling 580-acre theme park dedicated to wildlife and conservation. With its grandiose scale, thrilling attractions, and groundbreaking animal exhibits, Animal Kingdom rendered Discovery Island obsolete almost overnight. Why trek to a small island for a modest wildlife experience when you could embark on a safari through the African savannah, witness a towering tree of life, and enjoy state-of-the-art rides all in one location? Discovery Island's charm, once its strength, now seemed quaint and insufficient in comparison. By the late 1900s, theme park visitors had grown accustomed to more elaborate and thrilling experiences. Discovery Island's slower-paced educational approach began to feel outdated in an era of roller coasters, 3D shows, and cutting-edge technology. The island's isolation, once an alluring feature, now seemed inconvenient. Maintaining a wildlife attraction is no small feat. Caring for exotic animals requires significant resources, expertise, and compliance with stringent regulations. Over the years, Discovery Island faced allegations of mistreatment and improper care of its animals, culminating in a 1989 investigation by the US Department of Agriculture. While Disney resolved these issues, the negative publicity tarnished the island's reputation. Finally, Discovery Island no longer fit within Disney's evolving brand strategy. The company was shifting its focus towards larger, more profitable ventures like Animal Kingdom, which offered a better return on investment. The resources required to keep Discovery Island operational could be redirected to projects with greater growth potential. When Discovery Island closed its doors to guests in 1999, it didn't just fade into obscurity, it became a magnet for intrigue. To this day, the island remains abandoned, a decaying relic of Disney's past that sparks curiosity and inspires urban explorers to venture where they're not allowed. Today, the island can be easily seen from the Walt Disney World monorail, Disney's Wilderness Lodge, Disney's Contemporary Resort, and Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, as well as from the boat trips between them. It is adjacent to the former site of Disney's River Country Water Park, which closed in November 2001 and was ultimately demolished in April 2019. Photos taken by urban explorers reveal what remained of Discovery Island. Overgrown pathways, crumbling structures, and rusting signs evoke an almost post-apocalyptic aesthetic. Nature has reclaimed much of the island, creating an eerie juxtaposition between human-made structures and untamed wilderness. The remnants of old exhibits and habitats, such as the empty bird cages and faded signage, serve as a haunting reminder of what once was. Amazingly, it was at one point considered to be transformed into Mist Island, as Disney considered teaming up with the developers of the video game of the same name to transform it into an interactive Disney property. The mystery surrounding Discovery Island has only deepened over time, fueled by online forums, YouTube videos, and urban legends. Stories range from alleged hauntings to wild speculation about why Disney has left the island untouched for decades. While much of this is pure fantasy, the sense of mystery adds to the island's allure. Discovery Island is strictly off-limits to the public, and Disney enforces this policy rigorously. However, this hasn't stopped a handful of daring explorers from sneaking onto the island, documenting their adventures through photos and videos. Discovery Island was a bold experiment, an early example of Disney's willingness to push boundaries and explore new forms of entertainment. It paved the way for more ambitious projects like Animal Kingdom, which built upon the lessons learned from the island. However, Discovery Island's closure underscores a harsh reality of the theme park industry. Even the most innovative attractions can become obsolete. Guest expectations evolve, and attractions that fail to keep up risk being left behind. For Disney, this means constantly innovating to stay ahead of the curve. Discovery Island may no longer welcome guests, but its story endures. It's a tale of ambition, innovation, and the challenges of staying relevant in a fast-changing industry. In many ways, Discovery Island is a microcosm of Disney itself, a place where dreams are built, where nature and imagination intertwine, and where even the most magical visions must adapt or face the risk of fading away. Today, as we all reflect on its rise and fall, Discovery Island remains a hauntingly beautiful chapter in the ever-evolving story of Disney. Thank you so much for watching. Did you ever get the chance to visit Discovery Island? I certainly didn't, as it was long before my time, but I'd love to hear any stories that anyone has got if they did visit the island. Please like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos and the links in the description.